always a joy to sit on this seat because we know we're about to have some crazy impact through the narratives that are going to be told by our guests. So super excited to be here today. I said every single time that I sit here, I'm always going to start in the same way. And I'm going to start by telling you thank you. A big thank you to each and every single one of you who supports CTA, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be seated here doing what it is that we love doing, what it is that is changing lives, what it is that has impact, what it is that is fun. It's because of you. What do I mean when I say that? I say some of you watch this thing, not some of you, 2 million of you watched this thing last month. That's a lot of people. We don't take that for granted. And by watching, you contribute in enabling us to continue doing this. Have it be through ad revenue, have it be through just the stories and the impact that we get to hear that encourage us to continue do this. So a big thank you to each and every single one of you who's watched this. Asante sana, we don't take your attention for granted. YouTube is all a battle for, content is all a battle for attention. If you're here seated watching me, that means I have managed to grab your attention, and I don't take that for granted. That's sacred to me. Secondly, a big thank you to each and every single one of you who has gone into your pockets and decided, hey, you know what? Let me give a little something to CTA. It's because of your donations, it's because of your gifts, it's because of your contributions that we get the finances to be able to do this each and every single time. One of the things that I say is I want to do this and I want to provide content free forever. I'm challenging myself to shoot over 16 CTAs within the next few days. And that's a costly thing, but because of your contributions, I'm going to be able to do this. And I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Last but definitely not least, the third group of people, you guys have shocked me. Wow. We started selling merchandise 2 weeks ago. We have shipped merchandise to the US. We've shipped merchandise to the UK. In Kenya, there's a border every hour going to a different location to give merchandise. And as you can see, I take your feedback. Some of you are like, okay, nimenunua hoodie, nimenunua snudi, sai nataka t-shirt. And as you can see, my man boobs are showing, nimenona kidogo. But we definitely have some t-shirts that are available. We've got it. Again, we're starting Mosmos. We want to be able to ensure that we keep up the quality. So we're currently doing this in only black and white. We've got bottles. Right now, here's where I put my juice, where I drink constantly. So definitely get that. We've got hoodies like you can see on the screen. We've got hoodies in black, and we've also got hoodies in white. We've got snoodies limited version. The blue thing that you can see there is limited. We can only do a certain amount. After that, we're going to switch and then do a different version of it. And we've got mugs. But I just want to say a big thank you to each and every single one of you who is buying the merchandise. The merchandise isn't just supporting us. The merchandise is good. It is quality, and it is amazing. So thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure doing this, and we do this only because of you. I'll end by saying we are because of you. Lastly, I have to say this one. We are now down to, what was it again? Yeah, 78%. 78% of the people who are watching this have not subscribed. So as usual, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to hit that subscribe. And if you've subscribed, hit that like button because it affects the back-end algorithms and all of those things. And if you've hit that back-end, just pause the video and share this into one of your WhatsApp groups, because I promise you this city is going to be worth your time. So without further ado, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of The Playhouse. With me, I have got a legend in the game. He has been doing this for over 18 years. And to give you context of what those 18 years means, over 200, he has shot music videos for over 200 artists. So in advance, we're not going to cover everything that he has done. It is impossible to. And part of those 200 artists is your boy right here. He shot for me 2 videos. Or should I say 1.5? Lakini tumebonga. Public Apology and Naweza, which I did with my wife. Those music videos were shot by none other than our guest today. Name an artist who has sat on this seat, on the CTA seat. I've interviewed over 80 different people on CTA. I'd say about 80% of them are musicians. Imagine this guy has shot a music video for at least for them all. Giuliani, done. Calligraph, done. Nameless, done. Sinaipe, done. If I keep mentioning, we'll be here. This intro will be too long. And I know you guys want me to get in the story. But he has shot music videos for over 200 artists. Yani, that is no small feat. Some of these artists, he shot multiple videos. On top of that, when it comes to TV productions, I was having this conversation with him behind the scenes. He has done so many different TV productions. That doesn't mean all of them have gone on air, but he has done a couple of them. One of the biggest that you know was the biggest show on TV. He was the DOP, or he was involved in the filming. I'm not sure if it's DOP or even director. Of none other than the Church Hill Show. Hey. I'm talking about, he's the CEO. I know I'm mattering, but I'm a bit excited. He's the CEO of Link Global Video. That's the music thing. Wacha nisome hii vizuri sana. He has got an agency called Digiton Agency. Umesema hiyo before? On top of that, Pace Africa Akondani for those headphones. Home 254, there is something that he has done in it, and we'll be hearing more about it. When it comes to Digital One Music Group, rewind selector, when it comes to Digital One Music Group, he is the CEO. Nabado, there is so much more that this guy has done. I know I have mattered through my intro, forgive me, lakini story ndio nataka na story ndio tunaingia. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, including my guys Wamai and Aizo here, put your hands together for none other than Jibril Blessing, aka J Blessing. J Blessing.
Yes.
Firstly, I'm nervous.
I'm more nervous.
You're more nervous.
Pali Aizo amekaa hapo na Wamai ndio miuka.
I like it.
So being here, yes, being here is traumatizing.
Let me tell you,
yeah.
God, very, very strangely, a lot of the people who have interviewed on CTA, God has given me times in life where I have been with them.
Nice.
So with you, can you remember?
Yes.
There's a time of my life when I was with you. In fact, something that you don't know. When I was with you, for I think it was a month or something like that.
Yes.
I got a phone call from YouTube. And YouTube's offices were just next to your offices.
Yes.
And that's how I started working for YouTube.
Wow.
I just walked out of your office, nikaenda nikatembea for a meeting, and I never returned. I'm not working for J Blessing. J Blessing was giving me a platform to learn and understand the amazing things that he was doing in the content world. I am because of people like this. Imagine that. Things that he doesn't even know. At I never used to edit. Anyway, J Blessing, it is a superb pleasure.
Thank you, bro.
To have you on this seat.
Thank you.
I know you're a bit nervous. Normally you go nyuma ya camera.
No, guys that who've sat here with you are greater people. So I'm like, am I?
Let me say this.
Thank God,
Every human being is great.
Yeah.
Every human being has a story.
Yes.
For me, I interview culture shaping icons. And the reason I call them culture shaping icons is because they've impacted society. So the people who sit here, I don't call them celebs. I don't call them musicians.
Yes.
They're culture shaping icons. They have impacted culture. You deserve to be on this seat because you have done that.
Thank you, bro.
And let's find out the story. So this story, we started, sikulizaliwa at birth. So let's take it slowly. We're in no hurry. Tuingie.
Okay.
Tell me your earliest childhood memory. Alafu tuingie.
Okay. I think I was born so many years ago. And growing up, a very humble place. I had a very adventurous mom who showed me love. Like up to date, I still try to get that kind of love. I can't seem to get it. So my mom really, really loved me. And I remember when she used to go to clubs, she used to go with me. And then as a small boy, ile club ya mchana si usiku sana. Najipata kwa dance floor nikidance. And I was so much into music ever since when I was young. And
you're born in the 80s, late 80s?
Yes, yes.
That niseme hiyo time.
Watoto na mimi ni mzee sana mbaba. Yeah, so and all through that
where are you living when you're born?
Actually just around Kayole. So I was brought up in Kayole and then Kibra also.
Okay.
And then also the highest was Kangemi, let me say. So 3 of the places, but Kayole is most part of my young. Yes, I've spent it in Kayole.
Okay, and at that time it's just you and your mom. What I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
My dad, what I grew up knowing was very, very different. But I remember at some point when I was 2 years old, he tried to get me away from my mom, and then I couldn't see him anymore. So I don't understand. And I grew up not liking him at all. But now that I'm old, I've understood what happened. And yeah, I was able to forgive him some time back. And yeah, but I didn't grow up liking him at all.
That's
because I
powerful.
thought he
was not
abandoned.
present.
Yes.
Okay.
But the act of trying to steal me away from my mom made me know that he really, really wanted to be with me, but maybe circumstances couldn't allow him to. So yeah.
It sounds, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but it sounds like your mom was also young.
Yes, she was very young.
Okay.
Yeah, she was very young. I think she got me at the age of 15.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was very, very young.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that woman gave me everything that I wanted.
Let's talk a little bit. So the first place that you guys are at, it's Kayole.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what your memories. I've heard you tell me about the club, that you were going to the club. Tell me more.
No, actually, the first memory, me and my mom, we spent a lot of time in Kangemi, around Kangemi. And then when she was unwell, it's when we relocated to Kayole to live with my uncle. My uncle had a family in Kayole. So we joined them, and they were able to take care of me when my mom was not okay. She was admitted for about a year in the hospital, and then she came out, and then she went to be with the Lord.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Hey,
so,
Paul, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so by that time, I was 9 years old. I was very, very, very young.
Okay.
So having that single mother or single parent love that she showered me with, now coming to, I had some strong cousins around me and my uncle, and we were from a different religion, and that's how we were brought up in this religion. So
okay.
Yeah, it was amazing. So
let me ask you a question. By the time you're 9, you've already gone to school.
Yeah.
So let's rewind a bit. So what I'm hearing is it's you and your mom. Your mom is young, but yani she's your world.
Yes.
Yes. And you are at this time in Kangemi.
Yeah.
Before your mom has gotten sick. So tell me then, at this time, then you start school.
Yeah. I really don't have a lot of memory in school while with my mom. But I just remember siku ya kwanza nikienda shule nililia sana. I couldn't stay away from my mom. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of memories that I have is from my uncle. Because now I had to get into the system to be like one of his his children. So
so your uncle was not Christian. He was from...
Yes, a different religion.
Okay.
Yeah, so the whole family, even my mom was not Christian.
Okay.
So having the name Jibril, that tells you. Yeah, but now Jibril is Gabriel.
Oh.
Yes.
But in...
Yes.
Okay.
So I was very, very adventurous, having full love from mom that was always there, trying to cover up from my dad's side, and also her just being a young mom that who really loved mtoi wake sana sana. In fact, she wanted to get a girl. Okay, well, she was pregnant. But the only reason why she would have accepted a boy, it was because of that name, Jibril. So sometimes I feel so attached to that name. I can't lose it, because she had a friend named Jibril, and she was like, yeah, jina ni poa sana. If I get a boy, then I'll name him Jibril. So yeah, that's how I got the name. And also I think I was a blessing to her on a way that maybe I don't understand. But after passed on now, living with my uncle. I think
and where do you, are you still in Kagame at this time?
No. When I think about 1 or 2 years we relocated to my uncle because they had to help her take care of me, and so I had to get into the system now.
I get it.
Kayole, yes.
This time now you moved to Kayole.
Yes, we moved to Kayole.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, though it was a bit of, let me say, downgrade from our side because Kangemi was a bit
more
up by then. Now Kayole was, because we used to live, let's say, an okay life, and then my uncle had a very good sized room, and we were almost, including my mom, we were like 10 people in that room. So the bed iko hapo kando ya my uncle and auntie, and then the rest of the kids tunasarenda huku chini, and then wale wakubwa wanalala kwa couch. Yeah, it was quite an interesting setup of family. Okay. Yes, and but I thank my uncle and my auntie so much because they welcomed me, and I felt as part of family. And the love that I was getting from my mom, I still expected to get it from them. Yeah, though by then I was not the last born. No. I had my cousin.
And by the time you moved now to your uncle's, you're how old?
I was younger than that. That was about 7.
Okay.
Yes, I was very young.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we lived with them for about 2 years, and then that's when my mom passed on.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's, your mom passing is a huge life-defining place for you because your dad's gone. Your dad's not there. Now your mom also goes. So now you're with your uncle, and what I'm hearing is that you're in a religion that is, I mean, that's not Christianity. What you are right now.
Yeah. It was quite a shift for me. Yeah, especially relating with people, and my mom always used to be there for me. For example, nimeenda huko chini nimepigana. Alikuwa ananipigania bado. Umerudi home. Umechapwa, anakuambia umechapwa nani? Wewe ni mwanaume, rudi. Unaenda unapigana.
Nice.
Wazazi wakikuja kupiga anapigana nao. So now I was whereby I didn't have that protection anymore. And in fact, if I was fighting with it wasn't even out. Now it was more in-house with my cousins now. Tumepigana, mwenye atatetewa ni, of course, my uncle, my auntie atatetea mtoto wake, or the brother to my cousin, or so I felt like I was alone in a jungle that I had to fight, So I think at that young age, I was very adventurous. So I went out, and I used to like, by then it was Maximum Melodies, yeah? I don't know if you remember Andrew.
Yes.
You know Andrew?
Yeah.
Yes, Andrew.
Those guys were the dancers.
Yeah,
were they from Odeon? Or they used to...
yeah, by then not even in Odeon. Well,
but now nawakumbuka sana.
Yes, so
Maximum Melodies, when people come back.
So I used to admire, especially Andrew, they used to dance, and I felt like, mimi naweza dance kama yeye. So they opened up a branch, Pastor Mwiro opened up a branch in Kayole. Mimi na kierere yangu, forgetting that I'm from the other religion. Nikaenda nikaokoka just because I wanted to dance like them, because they had a strong program of dancing. So every place that they planted a church, they had like a let's say mini Maximum Melodies. Yeah, so joined, actually I was one of the main people in that church, started dancing, and then after some years, a friend of mine, I call him a covenant brother, joined us. That was Billy Frank.
What? The producer?
Yes. Billy
Frank. Sahi?
Yes, yeah. So Billy joined us, very young, alikuwa na viatu kubwa. Yeah, so we danced with them, and then at home now, things were very, very different, because
umeokoka?
Nimeokoka. Hiyo hata iko kuokoka, ilikuwa tu ya muziki. Because you want to feel you belong. Because home, I wasn't I didn't feel that. And then also church, I felt like I can dance. They like the way I dance. I'm getting the attention. And I stayed there for some time. And then...
Let me ask, at this time, school. Tell me a little bit about school. Have you started school in Kayole?
Yes.
Okay, tell me then about school.
So in school, that came...
What school did you go?
After. I won't mention everything by name, yeah? But I remember the name of our headmaster. His name was Mr. Kefa. So after some times when I couldn't live with my uncle and everyone, that's when now I went out. Okay, I didn't have anywhere to live, so nikaanza kuenda hapa na pale.
So okay, wait. So, walk me slowly. Nimepotea kidogo. So you start going to Maximum Melodies.
Yes.
You're from a different religion, and then now you do Maximum Melodies. Unaokoka hapo. And then now I'm also hearing at home kuna hii kitu ya belong who get kidogo. Okay.
In fact, kuna siku auntie yangu, my auntie is a Nubian. So there's a time she passed by church na akasikia watu wakinena na ndimi. So the words that they were saying, it was very, very bad.
Yeah.
In Nubian.
What?
So and now mtu akishikwa tu na ndimi, the way they talk, you know. Yeah. So my auntie kwa pressure yangu, nimeenda hiyo kanisa. Zile vitu nasikia wanasema huko ndani. No, he does not belong to that church. So it was choose between going to church or staying with us. So I was like, mimi napenda kanisa sana. So nilienda tu kichwa ngumu. But they always looked for me, but nilikuwa na kichwa ngumu. I was trying to look for a certain attention or love from outside, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
You're rushing over a very big thing. Eh? You're talking about becoming homeless.
Yeah, I think I was a street boy for quite some time.
Yes, but you're talking about it. I don't want you to rush over it. Like, I know right now, ukona nyumba, ukona sawa, but imagine I can think of somebody who's in that situation.
Yeah.
So the reason why you are kicked out of home, first and foremost, it's not a place you belong because you're feeling lack of identity because babu mamako amepass. So you don't have that love. You don't have a mom or dad there.
Yeah.
But then also on top of that, kuna hii battle. You're feeling like you belong kanisa.
Yes.
Not at home. Now they are trying to take away even this kanisa that you belong for. Okay.
So I have to fight that. At least there's somewhere that I'm being appreciated, or they feel like I'm good at what I was doing. So
what happens? Where do you go?
Now to the street.
So what, like, let me say this. I know what it is to be homeless.
Yes.
And that is not something I want to skip over lightly. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling at all. It's day by day. It is today, where am I going to sleep? You get what I mean?
Yes.
It moves from, let me just speak to somebody who may be in this situation. People say food, clothes, shelter is a priority. Clothes stopped being a priority at that time.
Yes.
It's food, and food 3 meals stops being a priority. So it becomes eating for, you just want something in your stomach.
Yes.
And then the scariest thing is when it's time for shelter. So when you talk about being homeless at that young age, where are you sleeping?
Anyway, I'll say this. As the Bible says, He doesn't give us, we don't go through what we can't. Okay? By then, right now, the way I'm looking at it, I couldn't have survived, you know? But, because while growing up, I was very, very scared of a lot of things. Can you imagine being on the street for the duration that I was? I never got myself into drugs, even smoking, sniffing glue. I never sniffed glue. And I was just evil. So kulala unapigwa na baridi kwa mavibanda hapo. And but at each step, I think God was able to provide someone to take me through it. After sometimes, chuma ilikuwa ngumu because as a street child, you depend on either chuma.
What's chuma?
Chuma ni metal. So you go, you collect metals and then you go away, you get some money from that. So per kilo, by then ilikuwa kama bob. Okay, kilo moja ya, unajua kilo ya metal, collecting them, that's a lot. So I just found there's an easy way. Instead of collecting metals, let me collect timber. So you collect timber, you go deposit or sell it to, let's say, a restaurant. Yeah. So there's a restaurant around Kayole place inaitwa Rasta Stage. So this woman, I think she just liked me. Yeah, akaniambia sasa mi naona ukikuwa unaleta hizi mambao unaweza kuwa unalala hapa and then utakuwa na chakula na nini, but that's from after some time. And I remember hating my name Jibril sana because there's this now the husband Kikuyu guy that who used to call me Jubilee. So say Jibril, Jubilee. So yeah, these guys are.
So, hey, blessing. You have a story and a 3/4. And I'm going to pray my best that people understand what you've gone through.
Yeah.
You become homeless. When your territory of homelessness is Kayole. So you don't move out of Kayole. You don't come CBD.
No.
It's just Kayole up on your thing.
Yes.
But you can't go back to your uncles at kupata chakula.
No.
So do you make friends now who are also homeless?
Yes, actually, wengi. But now I didn't have what they had because I'd already lost my identity. I didn't know who I was, so I didn't feel belong anywhere.
Even with them.
Even with them, because hao ni either wameenda kuiba ama wanatumia nini drugs ama glue. Yeah. So I always felt like I was
alone.
Yes. So getting to this hotel apo Rasta Stage, after some time I think I had settled because I had a place to stay.
Remember that thing I said, food and shelter.
Yes.
That's the first thing when you're homeless.
Yes.
Those are the two most.
Exactly. And God provided that. So now the third thing was supposed now to be going back to school. And
no wonder you're not talking about school. School
No, after some time, yes. There's a place that I'd started going to school when my mom was there. Just
Madras.
in Kayole. No. Oh. In Kayole still.
Okay.
Yeah. So that I think that woman is the one that no. The head teacher decided to look for me. Okay, he looked for me na kaambia anaonekanaga hapa kwa hiyo hoteli sana. He told me, actually he went and spoke to those guys or your place, akasema me I'm willing for him to be coming to school, you know, let him come to school as he's working part-time for you guys. And actually
and for you the work that you're doing was
kuni tu
wow.
Unaokota makuni alafu unaleta ndio inapika hapo and then you get
police have not disturbed you at this time.
No. Hiyo aje sasa huko hakuna polisi, ni wawaizi sio.
How old are you
I was very young.
Give me an idea.
After my mom passed, so we are talking about 12 10. Okay, let's say maybe I lived with my uncle for about 1 year, so we're talking about 12, 13.
Yo.
Yes.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, blessing, you have another grace that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because, so you were homeless at this time for like 2-3 years?
Yes. I generally say about 5 because there was a lot of movement in between. Yes, kuna place ya kukaa, nimehostiwa hapa na pale, but it was very unstable. Yeah, so but after
at
when
that time, I know I'm dwelling on this thing. I'm just trying to. The thing that I've learned about this show, people have gone through things. So as you share, people relate.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So in this time, what's going through your mind?
For sure. Let me tell you what I've right now growing up. What I've realized is that God knows how to deal with individuals. You see the way you're seeing the situation. Then I wasn't able to see it that way. He had his own ways of just making me feel okay where I was, and I thank God I've never had tamaa. Okay, like I want more than what I have or I deserve. Okay, so in that particular time, I felt like that's what I've been blessed with. So I can only be there and accept that moment. So I normally tell people this and they're like, are you sure you're in the street, you guy? You don't look like. But I feel like God was able to take care of me then. And the only thing I would have thought of, it was the main thing, food and shelter. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now, school coming in the picture, we used to...
And Maximum Melodies, you're not going to church at this time?
No. I had to stop for some time. Because also, I was not an easy child. I would say I was also a difficult... Because the love that my mom still... It's like I was searching for that. I had that... I don't know how to name it. I felt like, why can't you guys love me? Yeah, I'm good. Even at some point, I remember when my mom was sick, I felt like being an orphan was better. You know? Because orphans were not huruma or what, because my mom was helpless. So I felt like, maybe being an orphan, dapendwa. So now, her not being there again, I feel like, kweli, amunyone huruma.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll just say, thinking was not much. Yeah.
Survival.
Yeah. It's just that nikipata food mi niko sawa. But the good thing also, I was able to do, I don't know the right things, but I didn't want to do something that will land me in trouble.
I get.
Yes, I just wanted to be on the right side. So watu wanaweza sema huyu ni mtiaji, kwa nini si tunaenda kufanya hivi afanye hivi?
So you didn't even have like a friend in that homelessness stage?
No, I think I did, but I can't remember of any of them. Yes, but a lot of good memories. I tell these people, I don't know why, I only remember things that get to me emotionally. Yeah, I forget things that hata mtu kama ajaniguza emotionally naweza msahau haraka sana. But I remember every emotion that someone has invested in me emotionally.
I'm understanding you now. And that's why I like starting CTA from birth. I can understand you.
Yeah.
Just to ask you a question, which is a bit fast forwarded.
Yeah.
When you see street kids now, do you have empathy?
Of course. I think the roots of who I am right now, it's rooted with where I've come from. Yeah, so a lot of things that I do, even projects and everything, it's based on where I came from.
I get.
So there's that a lot. I've tried to give what I was given back. Some they've hurt me, big time, they've costed me. And I'm just growing up now to know how to do it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you've come from far, and that at such a young age, you had a deficit of love. You had a deficit of identity. You had a deficit of belonging. Like the fact that you're seated here, you're a miracle on its own.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
True.
Which is so powerful because I want to hear. It even excites me more to want to hear how you then got here. Umeniguza hiyo kitu ya homelessness because I went through a stage of that and I know the importance of food. When I see a street kid, the reason I asked you that is when I see a street kid, I just think this guy hasn't eaten. And if you notice, you'll never give a street kid food and they'll be like, nipatie pesa.
Yes.
Because they're always hungry.
Yes. Very true.
To continue with your story, so you are in this kibanda, this lady has told you unaweza kuwa ukilala huku na kulala ni nje.
Yeah, okay, ilikuwa a bit
Cover too.
Because also some of the workers were staying there.
Okay.
So ilikuwa not as bad as
Okay.
nje kabisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then now this head teacher amesema huyu mtoto ako wapi?
Yes. Mr. Kefa decided to look for me.
What?
Yes. So it was like school fees, you're not going to pay for school fees, you come to school. Yeah. So started going to school. And then at some point now, I met my guardian angel. I don't know if that's the right name, but I met someone very special in my life. Walikuwa nafanya crusade. Actually, amenyoa kama wewe. Hako crusade anaimba. And I was dancing huko kwa crusade like nobody's business. And then this guy spots me. Crowd ni kubwa, but he spots me within so many other people. And then after that, he came and held my hand. Sasa, I had to explain to him I'm homeless, blah, blah. So he was just a praise and worship leader. And he felt so touched by my story. And he liked me. Sada. So immediately he said, actually he started to look for my uncle because he wanted to stay with me. So tukaenda naye home. Pia alikuwa na
That day of your crusade?
Yeah. So tukaenda naye home. Sasa nimetoka kwa nini? Nimeenda sasa cause he also had some dancers in church. So music was everything then. So he went with him home and I saw him talking about me and he was very proud of where I was.
To your uncle?
Not even to my uncle, to everyone that was around. Like, this guy has something. Huu ni mtoto wangu kutoka leo. So even when he was taking me to be shaved, like, mnyoe kama mimi, you see? Kanyoloi mpunk. Like, this child has something. And he started talking positive in my life. So, like, you're going to be a great person. I did not know what he saw.
This is the first day you meet him?
Yes.
Wewe una dance hapo?
Kwa crusade. Nimejibamba vibaya. After that, yeye ndio alikuwa naimba. Ameshuka kanishika mkono. So he was like, I'm not letting you go. I want you to join my church. It was not his church also. He was just a praise and
worship leader.
Now, coming to know more about him, the guy is even a foreigner. He's not even a Kenyan.
Congolese.
He's a Congolese.